Okay. Hello, welcome back to our stream. On again. Boy. I don't know what that thing at the top is. Why is that so bright? God, it's really bright. I wonder if I saved my stream information. I started this stream without quite the rush and well, I'll check in just a moment. Is this guy gracious? There we go. Well, now it should at least be updated. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, it's just nothing special really. Again, just the same old. Okay, you're very eager using that move this time. I've literally had fights where he like, I killed him without him using it once. I don't know. Well, I actually, you know, I don't know. Should I be using him, or would it be better? Like, I get the technically Radiance, so I think Radiance is it because it's a dream. I don't know how to use gender a dream. Like, I think it's important to always try to. Like, as much as there's a lot of people joking about how you should never misgender or no. There's people joking about, like, oh, you assume my gender. Like, I think it's actually like a real thing to, respect people. And let them, refer to them as they wish to be referred to as. Because I don't see the harm in, I don't see the harm in that anyway, so I don't know, like, why. I get that you can't always know. Which makes it sometimes difficult. Like, there are occasions where fictional characters a lot of the time, sometimes, especially when all you know is just, like a very bizarre sounding name. Like, I don't know. Galadriel, for example, is a bit of a one that I don't think everybody could just immediately know that it's a, she had, like, Elrond in the same fashion, and like Spider-Man, like, you can't know really for sure, what gender they are before, you get confirmation. I have officially made my daily joke quota, full, so I guess I'm just gonna be, shutting up for the rest of the stream. I don't know what I was doing. Killing them, that's... Oh my god, I couldn't swing. Why? Damn it. No, don't do that. No. Gotta heal up. Go. No, but really, I do think that there's like, joking aside, I honestly do think that, I don't see I don't see why it's such a problem for people to, like, I don't know how exactly the pronouns kill, some people's families, but people are that upset about them for some reason, so I'm gonna assume that. Like some pronouns just, you know, kill someone's family and, you know, or like some people's families and, you know, that's why they're upset at them. Just a fucking bizarre thing. And I know I've talked about the Starfield situation beforehand. It's just that, you know, it's a continuous thing with so many different topics. Like, it's not just, first of all, it's not just gamers. By gamers, capital G gamers are very eager to, you know, somehow it's just a concept of inclusivity, you know, that just rubs them the wrong way. Or maybe it's the fact that they just can't rub it the right way, you know, without thinking about, or without, you know, thinking about whose pronouns, what the pronouns are, you know, whatever they're thinking about. So maybe that's why they, you know, feel bothered by, you know, people. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I'm talking about, but I think the joke I'm trying to make here is that, you know, it's the same as, you know, like, nobody thinks about, you know, nobody thinks about gay sex more than, you know, homophobes. And I think that is very accurate truth. Like, I don't get why people, like, I mean, okay, I know why some people are that way, because they're just born of hate and, you know, they try to, you know, make up for their own shortcomings by being terrible people to other people, or try to make other people feel bad for, like, it's a cycle of violence, I guess. One, like, though I'm not saying that, you know, the LGBTQ community has probably done anything to these individuals. It's just that they're, you know, okay, you're a bitch. And if I'm 3 health, I should be fine. Never mind, back to 2. Ah, you're an eager fella today, aren't you? Rise and shine, sunshine. I don't know what I don't even know what I'm referring to with that. But yeah, like it's so weird to me, like the concept of people just hating others because they're feeling bad. Or like, it's actually surprisingly understandable. Like, it's not justifiable, but I can understand the logic behind it. I think it's one of the best ways for, you know, one, like, person, you know, what was I saying? Sarda is raised into, you know, hatred. Hatred is all they know. So, you know, is it really a surprise that they try to, you know, deal with their problems the only way they know? I'm not saying that every, you know, race is, you know, inherently even familiar with actual hate directed at them. It's just that they're, for a lot of people, it's actually, they think that it's right, you know, to hate others for, you know, who they are, or what they are rather than who they are. So I feel like, you know, if you're gonna judge somebody, judge them based on things that they can affect. Like, I'm not particularly a judgmental individual. I like to imagine so, at least. The fact that, you know, the fact that there's like, you know, or that, like, judging people is fine if you given a reason, and also it's to a degree I think it's humane to judge people. But like, to a degree, I feel like there's situations where one cannot help, you know, but to kind of, you know, be like, yeah, you know, I don't think that's right, and and you know, that's my opinion on the matter. It's a different thing if you let that opinion, you know, if you first of all let that opinion out without a good reason for it. Like, you like to always voice your own opinions on matters. Some, like, especially because, like, I get that it's a difficult concept, because it's a difficult concept for myself. That, like, sometimes I'm wrong. I know that sounds crazy, that I would actually find it hard to believe. Like I can acknowledge the fact that I can be wrong. And I think anybody can be wrong. And I think it's normal to be wrong. It's a completely humane thing to, you know, be wrong. At the end of the day, we're all people. We're all humans. Regardless how much we want to be. But, yeah, I guess that's kind of it. That's kind of it, though. Okay, I fucked up. I was holding on to the mouse button and not the mouse button, fucking jump button, and accidentally double jumped a bit too early. God, aren't you an eager beaver today? But yeah, like... Sorry, what was I talking about? Being human? Or it's normal to be human, I guess. That's what I was saying about. I like it. I do think that's very correct in my opinion. And I guess I would like to see a proper argument by somebody as to why would it not be alright to be human. So I think the most important thing about, you know, coexisting in a society is about understanding when it's what's right to other people. And naturally, then that's a different topic, if you want to actually, you know, exist among other people. I don't necessarily always do. Like, society is demanding in ways that I do not personally understand. Yes. So, like, it's everyone's decision as to how well they want to treat one another, but I feel like, you know, you should always expect that, you know, if you're not treating other people well, they will not treat you well either. Okay, that was a mistake. Very costly one as well. I missed. Oh my god. There we go. But yeah, like, it's, I think it's a weird concept to, you know... What was I talking about again? About being human, I think. But yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with being human. And there's nothing wrong with being, you know, you and however one wants to be. And I feel like a lot of people need to remember that it's, you know, fine for other people that if you are allowed to exist as who you are, why wouldn't somebody else be allowed to exist as who they are? I think that's an important question that a lot of people should, you know, understand nowadays. But I mean, I think it's something that people should have understood always, but, you know, times change, and, you know, some values just, you know, I guess they just took some time before, you know, they could be properly established as, you know, appropriate in society. which is crazy that, you know, some very basic things. God. Very basic things, you know, took a long time to be. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just the concept of, you know, being decent human beings to one another, regardless who they are, you know, is... I don't know. I talk about a lot of things that I guess, at the end of the day, I don't really understand well. Okay, that pisses me off. Like, I don't know. How would I say it? I'm sure everybody like gets what I'm saying. Because like at least to me, the concept of just being, you know, like I don't particularly like law people. I don't like, you know. Man. I would argue that I don't much like the concept of, you know, society, like needing to deal with people on a regular basis, or like. There are times I really wish I would not need to be dealing with people, but I still understand to be polite and be, you know, kind and like, no, everything needs to be catered to your, you know, needs all the time. That's kind of the part of coexisting with other people. That you need to make sacrifices, I guess. Yeah, this might hit me. And that people should really understand it more, that, you know, if we're really being fair to, like, we all want and feel different things, and everybody should respect that. Like, I want this guy dead. They don't. And I'm respecting it by taking my sweet time. That's actually true. But that's not true. It's just that difficult to fight that it's gonna take me a while. But the idea is that, you know, like, I feel like just being decent human beings should not be such a complete. Like, I get that there are parts that can be confusing. Like new norms, especially on a societal, you know, level, can be difficult for people that are not used to those concepts. I think the important thing is that, like, I think there's this one very good post I saw about like, you know, LGBTQ allies. How like it's important people understand that like that people are not perfect. For example, like apparently is some little debate about like I get that, like, first of all, I don't agree with slurs to any degree, like use of slurs to any degree. I think they're like, considering their words are designed to like hurt and insult, you know, specific people. I think it's, you know, Galileo? Sorry, what did he say? But yeah, like, how would I say? Like, okay, I just screwed up. Like, yeah, like slurs exist to, you know, insult people, so nobody should use them. That is, I think, is a very simple concept. Wow, actually got hit by that. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, they're dead. Didn't expect that yet. Oh, no. But still, like, for some people are, like, for example, older generations are, I don't know, to a degree, younger ones too, unfortunately. Like, the use of slurs to refer to certain group of people is unfortunately rather normal if somebody's, you know, raised like that. What the fuck are you guys doing? I'm about to be fucking demolished if you keep that up. Or me, who's gonna be demolished apparently. I can't heal up. But like, so, and I don't think, okay. So I don't think it's fine to any degree to use slurs no matter what. But I feel like it's important that for some people, you need to, you can give some slack, cut some slack for some people, if you know. Like, as long as their intentions are good, I feel like, you know, you can kind of get it. That, like, for some people, apparently, or some people see that, you know, allies, like, LGBTQ allies that, you know, use slurs are worse than, you know, those that are not allies. Wow, I killed both of them. Those that are not allies and use, like, you know, malicious, you know, terminology to, you know, hurt people. And that's like, you know, dog whistles and like that. Because that is straight up intentionally being just evil. Like, people don't always do wrong things for the wrong reasons. Or sometimes people do, you know... I don't know what I'm actually talking... this is very difficult to explain, you know. Like, I think this is a bit difficult for me to put to words. So I don't know if I'm making any sense. But, yeah, the idea is still, like, you know, like, you should always, I don't know. I no longer remember what my original point was. Oh, God. However, my point here is that, you know, like, people make mistakes, and that's fine. And, like, as long as you can, like, part about being people and human is, you know, to be able to forgive others. Especially when it is, you know, when I think it's fair. Like, I don't expect somebody to forget, like, I don't think it's fair to expect somebody to forgive something that they cannot forgive. Everybody has their limits in law ways, and we all deal with things differently. So if something is something, like, if somebody just asks something that, you know, they can't forgive, then that's unfortunately it. Like, you can't really force somebody to forgive another person. That's not how forgiveness works. But I guess the idea is to try to be a good person and, you know, respect others for who they are and understand others' shortcomings. I don't know what I'm saying. I literally have no fucking clue. But actually, I did carry on with this, you know, topic, I guess. Like, I do have to say that I think it's, like, well, I don't particularly have a lot of experience in a, I have talked about this before. I think it's in regards to furry fandoms, that a lot of people actually realize that they're furries, after, you know, getting accustomed to the, or after getting to know, the community through, you know, watching, like, cringe compilations, like furry cringe compilations. And what's funny about that is that, That I think that's like it's funny because I don't think almost any other, you know, that kind of I don't think the same kind of situation happens with any other kind of, you know, any other kind of, you know, groups or like that. Because one big problem with, you know, in terms of, you know, anti-LGBTQ attitude is youngsters, unfortunately, are very prone to a lot of youngsters, younger people, are very prone to be, you know, influenced by, like, you know, these kind of, well, you know, cringe compilations regarding, like, you know, progressiveness and like that. And like, I forgot what I was going on about again. But the idea is that, like, it's just it's a really difficult thing to, like, kind of like it's I like from what I've understood, it's really difficult to keep like, especially when it comes to, like, people that are in need of help, like, you know, youngsters that are, like, isolated and kind of lost and don't really know what's going on, and like I can't remember the proper term for the group right now, but like I guess God, what is it, like, I don't want to use the wrong term here either, but I can't remember what the, like, it's teens that oftentimes, especially young men, have this bad habit of, like, kind of becoming isolated from society because, like, there's a lot of problems, like, life is not easy for them. And before, you know, I go on about that topic, I will point out that I understand just how difficult, you know, a lot of, you know, white cis men, you know, make life for other people, and how like male dominant the world actually is. That I understand that by no means are they the, you know, most problematic individuals, but there are still people too that, you know, struggle with, like, especially like teenage years. I have talked about this many times. Teenage years are fucking terrible, or they can be awful, or they're terrible for everyone, but they can be absolutely terrifying for a lot of people. And I feel like a lot of people, like, and like, I think it's wonderful that there are all different kinds of movements to help out people that need, to help out people in need. Like, that's wonderful. But I guess the irony of it is that, like, especially in terms of, like, with, like, young men, like, some of them might need help, but many people don't understand that that is the case. Like, what, it can be difficult for some people to oh fuck. For a lot of people to understand that, you know, these people might need help as well. God, you have my iframes ready. So it's very essential that, you know, everybody is aware that, like, no matter who you are, at some point in life you might need help, and there's nothing wrong with asking it, and you need to always be ready to provide it for people that need it. Otherwise we will get, you know, troubled young youth that, you know, doesn't know where they belong, and then they will, you know, like, for example, a lot of edgy attitude derives from the concept of, you know, concept that like I don't actually know how I died there. I thought I dodged that. But yeah, like a lot of edgy attitude derives from the. God, this guy's fucking tanky. A lot of edgy attitude derives from the fact that people that kind of just feel lost are left to be lost because. Wow, that was really. Wow, that was. I was a bit, autopiloting there too much. But yeah, like a lot of edgy attitude, like stirs from the fact that like these are people that don't quite understand how they feel. They don't quite know what they're doing, and and nobody has ever told them how emotions work. And that makes them feel insecure about having emotions, meaning that anything that is positive is seen as weak or unnatural for them, because they don't understand why would anybody feel that way, because never have they had any like explanation as to why don't they feel that way. And God, are you kidding me? And I think it's like very important that one of the main things, especially with edgy teenagers, specifically males, that have this tendency to go into the extremist views, especially particularly on the authoritarian standpoint. One of the big reasons why that is the case is because these communities will actively seek out this kind of people, and they will try to recruit them because they pretend to give how would I say, they pretend to give out easy answers to questions that the other sides of the I guess how would I say, political spectrum or that don't really always understand to even give, because they don't all the time it's oh, I mean, you're not really I don't God. How would I say, the reason why a lot of people end up being okay, Elon Musk is a peculiar individual because first of all they're a billionaire that literally made their profit off of the made their fortune thanks to their parents apartheid money, so I don't know if they're so I'm not saying that anyone can become like Elon Musk, but I'm meaning that many people can adopt their worldview, which is to be edgy, annoying, and self-centered very easily. And all it takes is for them to not really have not really know what else to do. Especially it's the whole toxic masculinity stuff. First of all, I'm meaning the people that actually promote toxic masculinity. God, why do you not finish the heal? Oh fuck. People that are actually prone to wow, that ghost would have killed me. That balloon would have killed me if I had not paid attention. Oh yeah, the people that are actually very eager to promote these things. Oftentimes they attempt to give easy answers to people that are in need of that don't know what is right and what is wrong. So they just So technically they're just, you know, preying on, you know, vulnerable people for their own benefit, because these are the people that they can, you know, make believe that, you know, that they are right. That's how a lot of people get their whole, like, that's how, for example, Andrew Tate, absolute garbage human being, has a following just because, you know, there's a lot of people that don't understand. Like, I don't know how much that man believes, you know, in the things that he says himself. But, but you know that, you know, like, it doesn't take much to understand that what they say is bullshit. But if nobody has ever explained to you why it is bullshit, I can also understand why for some people it is easy to fall for that. Like, you know the number of people that, you know, fall for easy, like, for very obvious scams. Like, people are not only gullible, but also, like, kind of stupid. And I'm not saying this, like, it's... I'm not, like, trying to, you know... I'm not trying to judge people for, you know, being stupid. Because, unfortunately, we are all stupid at times. I'm stupid most of the time. Like, people have seen me play on stream. People have seen me, you know, talk about things. I lack a lot of critical knowledge on a lot of things. But, like, So, like, I don't think it's fair one bit to, you know, judge somebody just for being stupid, but it's how you... it's how you carry that stupid, I guess, is the way I would put it, where you can be judged. If you're proud, you know, proud about your ignorance and completely incapable of changing your viewpoints, because you're just that stubborn. Like, I think at that point it's fair to judge, fair to judge you, because, like, that is, like, that's an evil kind of stupid, in my opinion. And the only thing worse than that is, you know, being one of the people that actually, like, promotes the stupidity. People that actually, you know, try to make others believe about it, or, you know, tries to get other people to, you know, on board with it, and will, you know, what I say? Like, there's a lot of different kinds of stupid. But the only wrong kind of one is the evil one. The one where you're, I guess, maliciously ignorant. Or choosing to be stupid, I guess, is the thing. Like, I guess one of the things that I really wish to promote is, you know, it's the search for, you know, knowledge and search for, you know, intelligence. Like, for example, like, I'm very eager to learn things. I really want to learn new things, and I'm not ashamed of admitting when I'm wrong. I'm not ashamed, you know, admitting when I don't know something. Like, I'm stupid and I'm fine with that. But I am also very eager to actually, you know, be a bit smarter. And I feel like that's, like, one of the things that, like, I know that there's actually a lot of factors to that, like, why people do that. Like, why do they not? Like, why would somebody choose to be stupid? Like, pride is one of those reasons. Some people just are that proud of, you know, that they cannot admit that they're wrong. Like one could say, you know, narcissism, like that kind of stuff, you know, could explain these, but I don't think it's always about that. I think sometimes it's just, you know, like, sometimes for some people it just is like Like it's fear, I guess, to a degree. And I mean, naturally, I'm not a psychologist, so I don't know exactly what are the motivating factors with narcissism. I don't know how one it is actually, you know, is there a lack of, you know, the capability of, you know, acknowledging one's like own limits, own, you know, self. Like, are narcissists, you know, that way because they genuinely believe that they are the best and that there's no way that they could be wrong or like that? Or is it like they want to believe that and they're so terrified of the idea that that might not be true, that they will do whatever they can to, you know, appear, or, you know, that they will try their hardest to, you know, convince themselves and naturally everybody else around them that they are right, even when clearly they are not. I guess that's just something that I'm really fascinated about. Like, what does a narcissistic person, you know, like, think? What do they feel? Because the thing is, I've talked about this a lot. Like, this is a topic that I talked a lot about on stream, and I am aware of that. But it's just something that I find very fascinating because, like, I have interacted with narcissistic people, and while naturally I don't, there's not be a diagnosis or anything, but it's just that, to my understanding, they have been narcissists, like actual narcissists. So so I guess I would just be fascinated to know, like, what exactly goes on in those people's heads? What kind of a mental gymnastics do they actually pull off to, you know, believe, you know, in the things that they believe? Like, I'm genuinely curious as to, you know, what's the thinking process behind it. Like, what enables them to be that way? God damn it. God, okay, good. Like, it's I think it's very fascinating to think about that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I just like interesting, I guess. Like, I know this wasn't really what I was talking about, but, you know, not the first time I've completely changed topics, you know. Mid-talk. I won't be the last one either. But I think my main point stands, so, like, it's fascinating. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are incapable of admitting they're wrong and will technically punish other people for that. That they're so determined on, you know, being right that they will, you know, they'll lose all level of, like, I would argue, like, even credibility. That, you know, like, they're willing to go to any extent to try to, you know, convince themselves or the people around them that, you know, oh no, like, they're right on this. Like, whoever says against them, you know, is wrong and, like, stupid and like that. It's I don't know. I think it's a really dangerous attitude. Fucking Christ. Behold man, yes. Behold ripples. That was uncalled for.
They are mine.
But yeah, like I don't know. It's just like because the thing is, this kind of attitude just bleeds into so many different topics and causes so many different kind of problems.
They are mine.
Like people just being stubborn is, you know, like I'm stubborn. I understand that. Like what I'm doing right now is, you know, fueled by nothing but, you know, stubbornness and a little bit of stupidity as well. Actually, a fair amount of stupidity too, but like, but also like motivation for a cause that I don't think is that it should not be as important as it is for me. But you know, I just am determined. So you know, if Virgil asks, this is my motivation. I'm just that stubborn. But yeah, like it's. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong about being stubborn. It's about taking it too far. Like with many things. Like if you take something too far, it will normally end up badly for everyone involved. Is this supposed to work like this? Oh. Hey, you're almost dead. I think I might want to, you know, finish you off a bit. Sorry, that was the worst way possible to put it, which is that sometimes it's just the only way it comes to my mind. And another, you know, terrific word choice. Ah, don't do that. But like, yeah, I don't know. It just always confuses me when, you know, dealing with people that just are impossible. Because I don't get, like, I know I have maybe a bit extreme worldviews in a lot of ways. Like, I believe in, you know, I believe that peace should always be the ultimate goal, no matter what you do. That, like, we should all strive for, you know, being able to just get along. Like, I know that, you know, hippie stuff and like that. And, maybe a bit naive to a degree. Because I know that the problem is that requires... Peace is the one thing that requires all parties to, you know, agree on it. You can't have a ceasefire even. Or you can't promise somebody a ceasefire if they, you know, don't do the same. If that makes any sense. Hey, hope it does. Like, it's, Oh wow, they died. There's still one more or two more waking up. Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. Wow, that was quite the kerfuffle. How? Could you, like, not do that? what was talking about? Yes, peace and like that kind of stuff. Yes, I think that, you know, like, I know that I might, like, much like anybody else, I have my own opinions that are not necessarily always true. And I'll, like, no, like, I can't say that what I think is right, you know, for everybody else. But I feel like, you know, the same should apply to other people too. We're all allowed to, we're all supposed to be free thinkers, you know. I guess the problem is that a lot of people just, you know, think in the... For a lot of people, the common good is not the same as, you know, is not the most important thing. Which I think is a big problem in the world. But at this point, I'm just saying, you know, lame as, you know, statements that are so easy to, you know, make, but, you know, I feel like that's something I do a lot. That, like, I talk about nonsense. Like, it's not that I talk about nonsense. It's that I talk about things that are kind of obvious, at least to myself. Like, you know, be a decent human being. You know, respect one another. But I guess it's a fact that I, time and time again, see people that just cannot achieve that. Like, to me, it's insanity. I'm like, I know I've said this on a, you know, a dozen, at least a dozen different streams, but like, I don't understand how people can be racist. Like, or, you know, like, transphobic, homophobic, whatever. Like, especially with some of the ways that people are. Like, the fights that some people pick are so bizarre to me. Like, why the fuck? Like, why the hell do you care if somebody wants to, you know, specify their pronouns to you? Or, you know, if somebody wants to, you know, like, why would you make, like, I don't know, it's just like, specifically the pronoun thingy. Like, it's just something that, considering it's an ongoing thing all the time. And I'm actually serious about this. Like, people are still talking about Starfield. They're like, oh, it's a pronoun game. It's super woke, you know. And also, actually, the reason I've been thinking about this so much is because the new Spider-Man game came out. Which is also why I made the Spider-Man joke at the start. Because I've been thinking about Spider-Man a lot. And, you know, well, I should refer to them as. Because, I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, I'm not gonna make that again. But, like, but yeah, I just think that it's a, I don't know, like, because so for context for anyone out of the loop, so the new Spider-Man came out, Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 5, and first of all, the game sold over 25 copies in the first 24 hours, 25 million. They sold 25 copies the first 24 hours. They sold 25 million copies in the first 24 hours, which is a big fucking number. Especially for a PlayStation 5 game. I actually think that's overall like an insane. You know, I mean, everybody loved the first game, and so I started today watching the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, which tells about, you know, a Miles Morales story, you know. And for people not familiar with comic books, you know, Miles Morales is technically the Black Spider-Man, who actually does make an appearance in the first game too. I just never got around to actually watching anything about the, like, first of all, I have not played any of the games, but I did watch the Spider-Man 1 like playthrough. I think I watched it by Jacksepticeye. It was many years ago already. And the Miles Morales came out apparently 3 years ago, which coincidentally was during, you know, COVID, and I just, at the time, I just, you know, okay, one thing is that I was very busy keeping up with Unus Annus. So I had very little, like, so that was the main YouTube that I was watching at the time. Oh god, I got fucking goon. But yeah. So I never go around and watch that. And also, like, I feel like the game just wasn't as hyped up as, you know, like, the first Spider-Man game was. Which was strange, because it seems like, you know, it's like a... It's an improvement. It's like a follow-up on it. It's a very solid follow-up for it. Like, I've only watched it a little bit, but, like, I think it's like a... It seems about as good, if not even better, than, you know, the first one. So I don't know, is this something that it has a black main protagonist, so, you know, people somehow just did not talk about it as much. But anyways, that is actually what the whole talk about the second Spider-Man 2 is about. Because in that game, apparently, I haven't not watched anything yet because I've been busy, you know, watching, trying to finish the Miles Morales stuff. I'm not very far with it yet, but a good bit still already. But like, so in the Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales is also a very significant character. You know, they're also Spider-Man. So, yeah. So it's not particularly surprising that, you know. Aw, you bastard. Not surprising that, you know, they're important in the Spider-Man game. Oh god, okay, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really bad because I think they're gonna get stackers soon. Or the... Yep. I really wanted that full health on that. Oh, that is such a bullshit. Such a bullshit. But like, and people are naturally upset about this. The honestly seems like most people were not even fuck. That most people were actually, oh my god, how am I fucking this up? How am I fucking this up? Like most people were not aware of the fact that there was a game called, you know, Spider-Man Miles Morales. That literally has, you know, Miles Morales as the main character. Oh my, how do I keep fucking that up? What do I do wrong? I had one run where I was doing that perfectly. I just keep getting hit by it for some reason. Is it the fact that I changed directions like that? Because I can't dodge through that. That is actually like, I can't use my iframes on that. Which is actually a bit strange. But, like, I've done that before. I don't know how it's so difficult right now. Well, one reason is because I don't actually have... normally I would be having my charm that actually lets me dodge further, which I think guarantees the fact that you dodge that. But, like, yeah, so... people are very upset about the fact that, you know, in the Spider-Man 2... First of all, you play as a black character, and they're also... And, already is apparently absolute crime for, you know, a lot of the capital G gamers. And it's like... I don't know, I guess at this point just starting to get really tiresome to a degree. That people are this fucking eager to, you know, make a big deal out of, you know, playing as a black character in a video game. Like, why not? Like, okay, like, I know why, because these people are racist. Specifically, there's one side mission in the game. Where you play as a, you don't play as one of the, I don't, like, once again, I don't know much about the game itself, other than pretty much all the backgrounds and like that. I mean, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, but, not like the thing is, I'm not a big superhero fan. Like, I'm not somebody that has watched all Marvel movies. I've tried, but after a specific amount of them, you just kind of are like, I cannot keep up with this shit. Especially nowadays, you know, with, you know, Disney pumping out as much content as they can on the Marvel front. Also, Thor: Love and Thunder was such a, you know, mess of a movie. I'm like, I don't know how, but they somehow managed to do, you know, Guns N' Roses dirty. Not as bad as Guns N' Roses did. They didn't do Guns N' Roses as dirty as Guns N' Roses did do Guns N' Roses, but oh fuck. But it's pretty bad. Like, the reason I say that because they literally use nothing but Guns N' Roses in the movie, but they use it to such an insane degree that it really takes, like, especially if we compare how normally Why did it swing? Oh my god! I was moving that way. How does it? What the fuck? How does it swing that way if I'm moving the? What the fuck? Anyways, so I'm not like a big superhero fan, like but yeah, like Thor: Love and Thunder, you know, was a disappointment because of the fact that it felt really weak. The movie had a great premise that fell super flat, in my opinion, and they somehow managed to use, you know, but Guns N' Roses too much, and that is, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, inexcusable crime. Like, you have a great soundtrack with Appetite for Destruction, and you just decide to throw it everywhere you can, like every possible scene, and it was so weird because the game even had a bunch of ACDC, sorry, I keep saying ACDC, Guns N' Roses posters in it, and it's just strange. Like first of all, like I honestly, I was very disappointed by that movie. I haven't even watched all the preview stores, but I know some of the preview stores I've seen, and they're actually very good. Like, honestly, like some of the better ones. I mean, I like Spider-Man movies too. Like I said, I like Spider-Man. I also like Batman, who I know is not, you know, a Marvel character. But like that I think that explains it well. I like individual superheroes. I'm not like a big comic book fan in the sense that like I would be die-hard fan for either of the you know, universes. Like it's just, oh my god, I am making so many errors right now. I honestly thought I had the fucking Soul Tyrant, you know, down to T, but like I don't know what happened. I just can't seem to do it right. Like the second stage. Okay, buddy. Like I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it, which is I think the worst part about it. Like I don't know how I could do, like, it should be a simple dodge, but first of all you can't dodge it. You can't use iframes to dodge the slams. So I'm just confused as to like how are you supposed to win that? Like how are you supposed to dodge that when you don't have the charms? Well, I mean, I'll figure it out. I've been actually doing pretty, like, with the exception of me dying to a Crystal Guardian a couple times because I'm just, okay, what the fuck's up with that? Why is it left? Is that a controller thing for me? Don't really need to buy a new controller again. Like this was only 3 years old, and it's only being used for like a 5,000 hours. Okay, like I would say a solid 2,000 hours in that time. Okay, buddy. But yeah, like, so like, I like Spider-Man stuff. The Spider-Man game, first of all, I think like it's alright. Like the new series is wonderful. It looks phenomenal, and like, it's really, it seems really, you know, like on point with the universe as well, and like, I don't know, it seems great, and it's just strange that people would need to fucking talk about the fact that it has like, that it has, you know, black characters in it. Like, I don't know, like, okay, I know I'm just going around in circles with this topic, and I also seem to be getting lost on a lot of segues while talking about it. But like, it's honestly just, I don't know. I am, by the way, very happy that the, like, these comments keep, people make these terrible claims about the game. Oh, actually, yeah. The one thing I was supposed to say, like, yeah, in one of the side missions, you apparently play as a black deaf girl. And missions, you know, she can't hear. The volume in that mission is muffled, which I think is a really cool concept. And then, you know, you instead have visual cues that you use. Oh my god. And I think this is like super cool. But people are like, oh my god, it's so, you know, woke. Oh, it's so, like, they're really just, you know, pandering to all different kind of, you know, groups with this. It's like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Like, first of all, if you think that there's something weird about, oh, actually, women is a topic that, you know, is very relevant in this, you know. I don't know if I've talked about this before on stream, but there's a lot of gamers really upset about that, you know, the new Mary Jane model, which I don't understand. But so people are. There's a lot of people that are just really mad about the fact that, you know, women exist, I guess, in video games. Especially, you know, like, if they're... Like, okay, the thing is, first of all, like, naturally, these people are the same people that are upset about the fact that minorities exist overall in the world. And that's, by the way, not over-exaggeration, these are literally the kind of people. And I think that's... I don't think it needs explaining as to why that is a terrible, you know, thing. Not that, you know, minorities exist. I naturally support them. I support the existence of every living individual, as long as they support, you know, everybody else's, you know, existence. And these people don't. So I have a bit conflicting feelings towards, you know, them. But like, naturally, I wish no harm upon anybody. That was not deserved, I guess. Much like, you know, I would say that I think it's terrible that people resort to death threats so easy on the internet. Because I don't get that, like, especially our video games. But okay, anyways, back to what I was talking about, whatever that was. I think it's just strange. Like, to me, it's just completely strange, the concept of, you know, like, somehow it mattering so much to you that, you know, there are people that are different from you, that you need to make a constant deal. Like, there are YouTube channels specifically dedicated for this shit, and they have views. They have, like, actual, you know, they have, like, hundreds of thousands of views, some of them. And this is also part of what I was talking about, like, that, you know, somehow this kind of like a authoritarian, you know, concept just get this following. And it's specifically, you know, like, it's sad. Like, I don't mean this, I actually, like, as much as I mean it in a derogatory, you know, fashion, I don't mean the word sad in this context as, you know, like, pathetic. I'm meaning actually, like, sad people that have, you know, struggle, like, you know, struggle in life, are prone to, you know, falling into this, you know, web of, you know, extremist views. And it's just like, and like, it's a real thing, and especially in gaming, because, like, I get that it's a problem with, like, nerd culture, that, like, there's still a lot of people that bully nerds. And I am well aware of that. And this, unfortunately, is like a way for these people that, you know, fall down this, you know, rabbit hole, is, as one could very easily argue it being, really, unfortunately, are those, you know, ones that, you know, like I said, they choose to hurt others because they've been hurt. And it's partly about not knowing any other options, but partly it's also just being bitter assholes that want to hurt other people because they've been hurt themselves. And that is never a solution. That is never the answer to attack other. Like, I don't know if I can ever stress this enough, but like, you should never intentionally make other people feel bad for your own good. Now, one could definitely argue, ask me the question, like, oh, in what situation would, like, do you think there is a situation that one should, you know, make other, oh my god, one should, you know, make other people feel bad? There are situations, but that's normally when things have reached a point where, you know, person feeling bad is not the worst thing that can happen. That, you know, you need sometimes you confront people directly about things. And that is the healthy approach to matters. Like, sometimes it's scary. It can be very terrifying to, you know, actually talk to people. First of all, and I'm not meaning this in like, you know, going to the store and talk to the store clerk. Like, things that is scary. That is scary for me. And I know that's not the case for everyone, and I know that I am. When it comes to that kind of stuff, like I know I'm a bit of an exception. Not the only, but you know, the odd one out, I guess. You know, I'm a fucking moron. Oh my god, I dodged. I was also I went for a swing there accidentally. I didn't realize I was holding on the attack button as well. Damn. But yeah, like I'm meaning that it's scary. It's something scary to, you know, like confront other people. But sometimes that's literally the thing you need to do, and like it's gonna make matters worse if you don't. And like, you know, like it might make you feel terrible, but like I've many times said on stream, you know, sometimes in life, there is no option that, you know, will make you feel good. Even the right option might not always make them feel good. But that's enough about that. I was literally supposed to keep talking about the whole, you know, racism in video games. And also misogyny, because that actually is also connected. Like, so another thing, like, if it was bad enough that these people are constantly, you know, hating on the fact that the game has, you know, black characters in it, and you play as black characters specifically, apparently that is like a big thing. Like, a lot of gamers cannot understand the fact that, you know, some people might actually want to play as different kind of characters. And, you know, there's, like, game developers might actually want to, you know, like, pandering to a group is actually not a bad thing. Diversity in games is actually a good thing. But, like, to these people, diversity is a curse word, pretty much. And they will, you know, think that anything that is diverse is bad, because, you know, somehow they think that you know, people that are different from them, and that they would never need to interact ever in their life with, are like, even if they would never need to interact with a single, you know, person of color, or, you know, woman in their life, which for a lot of them is probably very, very true. Like, they still think that their existence alone is, you know, a threat to them. And, like, I don't know what to describe it. To me, that sounds like a mental illness. And I'm not making that as, like, I'm not joking about that. I'm saying that, you know, this is like an obsessive level of, you know, thinking about a problem that really is not a problem for them, or really anyone either, if they would just understand that. But the big difference is that they don't understand it, and a lot of them don't want to, because that hate that they feel for these, you know, members of minority is one of the only things that, you know, makes them happy. They feel justified, especially when there are other people that share this sentiment. But actually, that is one thing that I was supposed to, you know, talk about. Like, I was talking about how, you know, like, there are these, you know, lost youth that, you know, fall into this wrong, you know, fall into this wrong circles because of the fact that, you know, because they don't know what to do and they don't always get the right answers. I think, you know, one very important thing that I have heard is that, like, you need to actually, if you ever are in a position, like, you should always understand, you know, while there's naturally, like, there's not necessarily always the right, not everybody can always say the right words to another person, but, like, apparently it's very essential that people actively talk about how good it is to talk about, like, encouraging people to talk about their problems is a very good thing. Because, you know, and, like, ask for help. When something's wrong, you know, you ask for help. Like, there's nothing weak. Like, especially when we're talking about people that are prone to, you know, falling victim to, you know, the whole alpha male bullshit. It's very important to understand that, like, it's important for them to understand that asking help is fine and even encouraged, and it doesn't make you weak. Like, nobody's gonna judge you. Like, in a perfect world, nobody's gonna judge you for asking for help. People, in all honesty, should commend other people for asking help. Naturally, like, you can't always expect that somebody's gonna help you, you know. It's not realistic to think that, you know, somebody's always gonna help you. Like, sometimes there are unfortunate situations, but it's an important thing to understand that, like, it's never wrong to ask for help. And honestly, okay, this is a complicated topic because there's so many nuances to it. But, like, you have this like, on one hand, you have asking for help being something that you should always do. But and I think, you know, doing the bare minimum for another person, I think that you can do is always the proper thing to do as well. Like, you help a person if you can. But that doesn't mean that you would always, like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Apparently I'm just dying here then. But like, sorry. The heck of me. Oh. Discombobulated. But like, yeah, like, it's, like, nobody can ever expect another person to help them, like, unconditionally, I guess. Like, against, like, everybody should do what is, you know, works best for them. But I feel like, you know, if you by any way can find it in your heart to help another person out, you should. And the thing that, you know, the important thing for these people that I'm talking about, you know, people that are, you know, kind of in a tough position where they don't know what to do with their life, and, you know, thinking that, you know, somehow hating on other people is the right way to do. Apparently, like, now I might not be the right person to talk about this because I might not I might not remember details too well, but the idea is that, like, you would, you know, especially when it comes to younger people, you would be open and, you know, direct about it. That, you know, that sometimes life sucks, but, you know, and you can't always do anything about it, and that's gonna feel bad. And it's terrible that that is the case, but feeling bad is not essentially a wrong thing. Like, we all feel bad at times, and it's how we handle it that, you know, defines us as individuals. Personally, I feel like, you know, the right way to handle feeling sad is, you know, to not take it out on others. I know that's not something that's not always easy, and, like, sometimes we can be very, how would I say, volatile after, you know, feeling bad, because, you know, we're feeling vulnerable to a degree, and that's, like, And that doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel nice, you know. God, I don't know what I was doing there. And it can be scary to be vulnerable because it normally is accommodated by the sense of fear. And once again, all these feelings are normal, and one should not be discouraged from feeling them. Being afraid is, you know, it's one of the most primal feelings any living thing can feel. And how does this is gonna sound weird, but you should not be scared to feel afraid, because that's only gonna, you know, like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh, I fucking knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. Because, you know, denying how one feels is only gonna lead to more problems. Like, okay, that was maybe not the smartest move I could have made there. Like, and especially, it's also, like, it's not wrong to feel these things, but also it's important when you feel negative things, you need to confront them. You need to understand why you feel them, why, you know, what is causing it, and how can you fix it. And I'm not saying that there's a mystery fix to everything. Like, sometimes you just feel bad and that's it. Like, there's not always a way to, you know, there's not a solution to every situation. At least not like, there's not a fix to every situation, I guess. But there is a solution, which sometimes is to just, you know, hold on and wait until it's, you know, better. And I'm not saying that this should be something that, like, okay, it's such a complicated, like, dealing with emotions is such a complicated topic that, like, first of all, like, I'm not trained in any way to even comprehend them. But it just feels that there's a, like, as open as we try to be and as, you know, supporting as we try to be, there's always, it seems that there's very often always going to be somebody left out from the support ring. And that's gonna be a problem for everyone. So that's why it's important to, you know, make sure that life for everyone is good. So we can all be happy, I guess, is something that I'm trying to say here. I don't know exactly how this, you know, tracks in terms of, like, actual logic, and I don't know how understandable I am being right now, but I think my point still stands rather strong. That, that's fine. That, if we can't help each other out, it's not realistic to expect for anyone to get help. And especially if we tell some people that they don't deserve help, then we're gonna end up in a much bigger problem than just, you know, some people not getting help they need. We're gonna eventually end up with, you know, we're gonna end up where we are technically, which is a weird thing to say, but, like, I don't know how to phrase it any better either. That, like, we're gonna be in a situation where instead of, you know, some people getting the help they need, they will actively make it harder for, you know, others to, you know, get it. They'll intentionally, like, for example, the whole anti-LGBTQ movement stuff, like, you know, angsty teens online, you know, making fun of other people, or, you know, laughing at the concept of, you know, the mere concept of, you know, like, LGBTQ stuff. is terrible because that will, you know, that will easily result into, you know, people that, you know, people around them, that might, you know, be part of these, you know, that might actually, you know, feel like they might actually be part of this, you know, community, that they feel like this would be the way to, that, who feel like they would be part of these, you know, communities, might feel discouraged to, like, for example, like, now, I'm not gay. I've never had to experience, you know, coming out as, well, actually, I've never had to experience coming out as anything. I just stay inside and play video games. But, from what I've understood, like, I don't think I can ever, God, I should have seen that one coming. I don't think I can ever properly comprehend how difficult of a situation it must be to admit to oneself, even, who you are and what you are. So, like, I don't know how it feels, but, like, just, like, and I know it's not the same. I know fully well that it's not the same, but it's not like I wouldn't, like, have, you know, debates about myself, you know, in many ways, from time to time. That, like, you know, I like to do a little bit of, you know, self, you know, what's the term? Like, understanding from time to time. Like, I like to try to stay on point with how I'm feeling and, you know, who I am, and it's not always easy to answer those questions, even for a person that is as straight as I am, which is, well, that is, of course, that is a whole other topic, though, but, but the thing is, it is that I can't begin to understand just how difficult it must be for, you know, people that don't have a whole good grasp of the world, you know, for them to try to, you know, come to terms with who they are, especially in a world where, you know, they might be met with immediate, you know, judgment from their peers, because those people don't understand any better either. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so bad. Okay, I'm dead. I'm... Oh. How the fuck am I alive? Holy shit. But yeah, like, I honestly can't begin to imagine just how difficult, you know, growing up in a... as a member of LGBTQ. Oh my god, they stopped! They stopped! No! But like, yeah, like, I can't begin to understand how complicated it must be to, you know, not understand yourself and then, you know, have people around you that don't seem to understand who you feel like you might be. That sounds like terrible, and that will easily lead to, you know, that's the thing, like, what I said earlier about, you know, how nobody thinks about gay sex more than homophobes. Like, I think that goes two ways, in the sense that, like, it's, or there are two possible, you know, ways to interpret that. That it's a, that first of all, like, naturally people that for some reason need to, you know, have a problem with how other people choose to, you know, live their life, or, you know, if somebody happens to be different than them, you know, they somehow need to just have this weird need to, you know, worry about how... Okay, it's difficult for me to put this in any other words, so, like, some people just really see it necessary to think about what other people that they will never meet in their whole life, never interact with, what they do in their bedrooms, at the comfort of their own homes. How they choose to, you know, live their life. It's like these people, like, I don't know, it's so strange. But then also, there's a problem that, like, a lot of people that are, you know, very, you know, anti-gay or like that, there's a lot of examples of this happen. Like, I think it was very recently, you know, in some of those, in a country that has a rather strong anti-LGBTQ leadership, or like, actually, I don't remember if it was leadership, but there was like some party that, you know, preaches about the, you know, the traditional family values. Like, one of their main spokesperson was apparently found to be in a gay orgy. And this is not like a one-time thing. This actually happens surprisingly a lot. And you know what's funny? The only reason why anybody even brings up the topic is because of the fact that they are so, you know, that these people are so, you know, anti-gay themselves that, you know, it's ironic. And I think it's completely fair to, you know, like, how people wish to spend their lives is not really, you know, anybody else's problem. Or business either. So, but at the moment you decide to intervene with others is when you kind of lose the, your own, you know, like, right for privacy. It's the, don't dish what you can't serve, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a very, I don't know. I think it's, you know, like, just fair to call out people on their bullshit. I think that's like one of the most essential things about life. That you know, I don't care about a person that does no harm to other people. But you also need to, like, you need to be sure that, you know, or you don't need to care about people that do no harm to others. You're free to, and I would even encourage that, you know, like, make friends with those people. But but however, the people that hurt others and, you know, are harmful to other people, and that you can prove, you know, actually, I actually get that a lot of this kind of statements can be made, you know, made by, you know, like, you know, homophobic people, and specifically in the, like, transphobes have been making a lot of wild claims about how harmful the concept of, you know, trans acceptance is to children, which honestly is the biggest lie of all time. Just because you find Steve really attractive, you know, ever since, you know, he started dressing up a bit, you know, more feminine, doesn't mean that it's anybody else's problem, or specifically children's problem. And especially at the point where Steve no longer wants to be referred to as Steve, you know, it's not really your fucking, like, it's not really, you know, not something that you really need to, you know, concern yourself about. Like, if Steve doesn't want to be Steve no more, you know, then Steve don't need to be Steve no more. And it really doesn't do any harm to you or your children. But you know what does do harm? Or, you know what... Yeah, like, what does do harm on who? Your attitude. If you have a problem with Steve, you know... not being Steve anymore, that is gonna be really harmful to Steve. Like, Steve has every right to either be Steve or not be Steve. Who are you to judge him? Like, it's that kind of situation. Like, there's really no basis for, you know, hatred. Especially with this kind of hatred. I get that it is fear. To a large degree, honestly, it's like, the reason it's called, you know, a phobia is because it's an actual fear of, you know, these people are terrified of people that are different from them. And, like, while I know that it's not, like, there are, the absolutely terrible thing is that, you know, there are, you know, and I'm not saying that, you know, any of these are better than the other, but I think it's so terrible to, like, the concept of, transphobic gay people or overall, like, LGBTQ plus people fighting against one another is the worst thing. Like, what everyone should be doing is to build a better world for everyone. Like, people that, you know, belong in minorities. This sentence already starts in a very terrible manner, but I'm meaning that, like, you would think that people that are oppressed and people that, you know, need to struggle for their, you know, for just public acceptance, you would think that they would stick together because it's super relatable to, you know, like they could easily relate to one another. So I just find it strange that, you know, I find it a very strange concept, you know, for you know, somebody that is I mean, I get that this is once again loops back to the whole, like, you know, violence breeds violence topic, but oh fuck. But, like, you would think that, you know, a person in that position would have more reflective abilities than, you know, somebody that has needed to, you know, struggle through the same kind of, you know, attitude would share the, rather share their world with, you know, those people that also go through the same thing, or would not, you know, share hateful sentiments. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm just trying to be, you know, sometimes it feels like it's daydreaming to try to, you know, live in a happy world, I guess. I need to drink something. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand the amount of hatred out there. I know I've been talking about this same thing for about over 1.5 hours already. And I'm not particularly intending to stop. I'm gonna keep going. Today is my, you know, acceptance, you know, stream, I guess, if you wanna call it like that. A surprise Pride Month stream. I don't know how I actually got hit by that rock. So I kind of expected I would have had my iframes going there, but apparently I did not. I mean, I just, once again, I talk about these things a lot, I know, and I don't know if it's starting to get boring or not, but I just think that it's just, it's just one of those things that I don't think you can really talk too much about. You can't bring too much awareness, you know, to the matter. Like, especially one is being, like, I honestly hope that I come off as sincere, because I am sincere about the things I say. And I honestly wish nothing but the best for everybody. I feel like that's another problem, though. Like, sometimes, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was like, he's gonna jump over me, right? He did not jump over me. He just slammed me to the ground. But yeah, like, I sometimes feel like, you know, it's really difficult to, you know. Sorry, what was I saying? I got interrupted by myself. What the fuck? Why did I not jump twice? But yeah, I just think that sometimes it's really difficult to come off as sincere when talking about these things, especially when you're not like a person that is like person that first of all carries any weight with what they say. 'Cause, I mean, who am I? I'm nobody. And that's not really gonna change either, just because I talk about this thing. And I understand that. And I don't talk about them with that intention. And I think that's the problem. Like, it's really hard to be actively talking about serious topics without coming off with at least like I start feeling like I'm not sincere about it. And like but that's just, you know, also a thing to deal with personal insecurities. I'm always worried that, you know, how will people interpret me? How will people, you know, how do people hear what I'm saying? Like, how does it sound to them? Like, can I really deliver the message that I want to? Am I going to come up as a fake? Like, is this something I should be talking about? Should I talk like this? Should I talk about this? And like, maybe at some point I need to stop. But personally, the thing is, I just don't see it as something that, you know, generally talk, especially because I talked a vast array of problems, I feel like, you know, for example, you know, racism and misogyny. Yeah, okay, one more thing about the Spider-Man game, at least one more thing. I'm not sure if I talked about all the things I wanted to talk about. So, since this game takes place like a few years after the first game, so Mary Jane is older than she was in the first Spider-Man game, which in my opinion makes perfect sense because people age, you know? So, ever since the first image of her, you know, got released, people have been, you know, making the whole claim about how Western developers don't know how to, you know, how women look like. It's like, because, well, people think that she's ugly. Because, you know, she looks like she's in her 30s, I think. Or is it 40s? I'm not... So like I said, I have not watched the game yet. Or I haven't really seen much of the game yet. So I don't exactly know, like... I don't know how old she's supposed to be. But to my understanding, she does not, like... If she's, like, she looks pretty much in her 30s, in my opinion. If that's what she's supposed to look like, but if she's in her 40s, you know, she looks quite young for that, I guess one could argue. So it's one of those situations where, you know, misogynist gamers just don't know, they've never met a woman, I guess you could say. A real woman. So their only concept of, you know, what a woman looks like is from, you know, very unrealistic, you know, material that they should probably not take that seriously for real life, you know. Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about real life, we're talking about video game, but it's just it's funny because, like, they say that she doesn't look realistic, but the game, honestly, first of all, not only does the game have fucking, like, the shots I've seen of it seem, like, really good. Like, there's a, like, even the rats, you know, look phenomenal, in New York. Very accurate. But it's just like... I don't know. It's strange to me that there are people that are always talking about how, I guess this is the same. It's the fucking Venn diagram of people that have a problem with Mary Jane's looks. It's the same, and the people that are super obsessed with games looking as realistic as possible is technically just a single circle. But somehow, when, game developers finally, make a very realistic looking, character in video games, it's not good enough. Because it's not what the gamers want. And, like, I'm starting to run out of, brain cells to comprehend this, this whole shenanigans going on about this. It's so strange to me that how many bad takes people can have about something as simple as a Spider-Man game. It's a Spider-Man game, for Christ's sake. Like, why? Why argue about this? Why? And before anybody says, I mean, I'm clearly, invested in this. Like, why am I so invested? It's because I'm invested on the obscurity of the situation. One could say that, yeah, I mean, maybe I am giving, attention to the people that don't deserve it to any degree. But it's just, first of all, like, well, attention, like, fucking, virtually nobody watches these streams, like, virtually nobody watches these streams, and practically nobody watches these streams to actually listen to what I say. Like, it's not, this is not so much about just the contents of what I say, it's more just, me talking that, that happens here. And, like, I'm more than comfortable with that. But it's just, to play devil's advocate on the matter, I guess. Like, I think it's just important to talk about this. And also, like, it's just something I want to talk about, so I'm gonna talk about it, because that's, that's the purpose of the streams. It's just me just rambling on about the next insignificant matter, that, nobody particularly really cares, but also that is not something that I particularly mind. Like, this channel exists almost solely for the purpose of talking nonsense. So, if that's not something that someone's into, they don't need to watch this. I don't think I'm sure nobody's been held at gunpoint and being forced to watch, the stream. I sure as hell hope so. Because that would not do good for my, what's the term? I'm not sure what I'm talking about. Self-image or something like that. It would be very discouraging to, hear that people are forced to watch this, because I don't care who watches. As long as whoever does enjoys their time in any shape or form. I don't know. I've been going all over the fucking, like, this stream has not only been a bunch of clowns, it's been an absolute circus as well. And I don't, once again, to a degree, I guess I don't care. It's been very strange. And I know that this is very different from what I normally do. I mean, or like, okay, it's not really different than what I normally do. I've been talking. I've been talking nonsense, and that is what I normally do. But it's just that I don't know. I just these kind of topics, just in my opinion, are the kind of things I really like talking about. I'm passionate to talk about these matters. And I mean, I don't know why exactly. I guess it's just I don't feel like I actually get to, make a difference in the real world, so I'm trying to compensate for that by, talking about real world issues on stream. Which I don't think is a bad thing. At least I hope it's not a bad thing. Anybody can disagree on that matter and, prove me wrong, but until somebody does, I'm gonna assume that there's nothing wrong with me, trying to talk about things that I believe in, that I think are good for other people to hear about, if anybody feels that they need to hear it. Okay, I might be a big hyper focus on the rocks there. Alright, fella. Alright, Mr. Big Individual Man. Or woman. Like I said, should know, Oh, fuck, I can't believe I did that again! Oh, I was expected them to jump backwards. First I dodged on them, or below them, or underneath them, inside them, I don't know. And then God, it's not a difficult fight. I don't know what's wrong. I've been having a bit of a headache starting up. Could be the fact that I've been spending a lot of time cleaning today. I actually spent pretty much the whole day cleaning up today. So it's not particularly surprising that I have not drank enough and I'm, starting to feel a bit dehydrated. Well, it's not fair to say I would have spent the whole day cleaning up, but a lot of it lasts like 7 hours or something like that. I didn't even go on a walk today. I mean, I did like a quick one, but that's just, part of contract. So it doesn't really count. What the How? How? How the fuck that hit me? I don't know how the fuck that hit me. What? I doing it again. Did it again. Just gotta heal off while you can. Man, that really is a risky move. Man, I had two really good runs today. I fucked them both up the same way, and now I'm starting to gain. Now that I started talking about the game, like this game, I know I'm gonna start playing worse because it means my failures are going inside my head. Which honestly, like, maybe this, kind of diminishes the value of the things I've been talking about. But to a large degree, like, the reason I talk about them that much is because I try to, like, empty my mind a bit. It's it's to help me focus pretty much. To, talk about something that I'm passionate about. And I mean, still, I feel like it's completely fair for me to talk about them because they're important and matters. Maybe if I don't know if that does make it less justified for me to talk about them, but I like to imagine that there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't see why it would be wrong for anyone to, try to bring awareness to serious things. I get that the video game stuff is not that serious, but I just think that the concept of like rampant racism and like misogyny and transphobia. And overall, the whole fucking concept of woke is so stupid. Like, I don't know, like, if somebody has a definition of woke, I will gladly read it and, try to comprehend it. But thus far, nobody has given a good answer as to what that means. When people talk about how video games are woke or like that. Like, it doesn't seem like anybody has a clue what the fuck it means. Everybody just gives their own definitions. Like, oh, it has minorities in it. And that makes it bad, apparently. That makes it woke, and that means it's bad. And that's like the dumbest fucking thing I have. That somehow happens to be the dumbest explanation I've ever heard, but that's also the case. I know that it is. Like that's how. It's I guess it's like a like a dog whistle kind of thing, where it's like the word itself doesn't sound bad, but when you put it in the context of where, like, first of all, woke is a normal word in English language. It means somebody woke up. And I know he actually has different origins as well. Like it was a slang word or something like that before it got adopted by the I think, at least. I'm not sure, actually. Because I don't think I've ever heard anybody use it in a context that was not scummy or, somehow terrible. Like, for example, I woke up. Nice, terrible scenario that happened. But, like, seriously, it's just one of those things that just... I don't... Like, but that's the thing, it's just the senseless kind of hate stuff. Like, racism doesn't exist for any good reason. Homophobia doesn't exist for any good reason. Transphobia doesn't exist for any good reason. No, hate exists for a good reason. It all exists just to hate. Hate exists to turn people against one another. Hate is an incredibly powerful emotion. It's one of the most irrational ones. Like I said, fear is a primal feel, emotion, and I think that's very accurate. I think fear is an essential part of survival. You need to be afraid to survive. Okay, fella. Like in nature at least. But like as a society, we supposedly should be at a point where we don't need that shit anymore. And or like sometimes it's fair, like sometimes we face situations where it's like it's alright to be scared. It's alright to feel fear. It's not wrong. Like I said, it's never wrong to feel things. It's how you react to that can make it wrong. Like if you react to fear with hate, and or if you don't like process it right, it will turn into either hate. That is a quick solution. That is a short-term solution. But the long-term solution, if you fear something consistently, turns to resentment, and that's not something you ever want. Resentment is a very devious feeling as well. Like, it's one of those things that, like, you can't really get away from. Like, because to a large degree, it's gonna be a lot of situations where you can't explain it, why you're feeling that way. Like, it's just like, you just know that this is the default, like, in this situation, this is the default feeling. This is what I'm supposed, like, this feels natural to me, to feel this way, in this situation. And, like, that just leads you down to a path where, that's your only response to that situation. And especially when it's not a situation where you feel that it makes sense for you to feel resentment, you know, it's gonna make you feel terrible. Because you're like, I don't know why do I feel this way? Like, I shouldn't feel, like, this is not the emotion I want to feel right now. Why do I feel it? Like, it's a... Ow. Man, he just buck at me in the face while I'm talking about fear. Soon I'm gonna be afraid of this sussy bugger. But like, yeah, it's alright, fella. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I need to dodge backwards. I dodged backwards. Oh, fuck. I went into that. I play as a saver right now. I'm at risk of dying if I play too aggressive right now. I need to heal up first. It's not particularly difficult phase in the, like, the second stage is, or the second phase of this fight is not really that scary. It's the starting of it that, you know, is actually terrifying. Oh god, are you kidding me? You're almost dead, I know that. Or, you know, fainted. You're like a Pokemon in this situation. You can't die, but, you know. Yeah, you're out of the fight, buddy. Too bad, bitch. Sorry, he's not a bitch. I love the White Defender and Dung Defender. They're just so great. Wonderful character. Unlike this bitch. I mean, nothing personal. Just, you know, hate you. Oh fuck! What's going on? Wait. Oh no, that's fine. I don't know why, but for a moment it felt like I wasn't. My controller wasn't, you know, reacting to anything I did. Ow. What the why? Why would that happen? How would that happen? Where would that happen? There's too many things going on screen right now. I always lose when I start dodging away from him. I need to always dodge underneath him. I don't know why that is the case, but it just feels like it works out better when I do that. Oh my god, I got hit by that. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. Wow, that came up way higher than I expected. Holy shit. You don't want me to have that high pitch. God. What am I? 13 again? I don't quite remember when my voice started, you know, going deeper. I still don't think it's very deep. I honestly don't think that my voice is very deep. It sounds very, you know, to me it sounds like like that pretty much actually. Actually a very good, very apt description, even if accidental. What was I talking about? Yeah, I think I was talking about different kind of things. I spent so much time today talking about,
Bail mine.
you know, hate and that kind of things. I don't mean to have like depressing topics, it's just that somehow those are just kind of, you know, interesting. Especially with the way that, you know, they kind of get brought up. And like, because I'm not saying that I think what I've been trying to say this whole time is that I support love and peace to all people. And I know that that's not always the way it is.
Sorrow.
But it's the most realistic. I can't believe I actually got hit by that. I actually can't believe I got hit by that. That's the first time I've been hit by that shield when I've like actually been dodging it. I don't know why I did that wrong. I know what I did there wrong. I got too close. I got too close and I got burned. Okay, double shield time. Well, you can't beat me with one. And you a little bitch. Ah, fuck. I'm sorry I called you a little bitch. I'm not wrong, but...
Bail mine.
Good God. Do you not need to make it that, you know, big of a deal? Why are you some kind of bitch? You see, just because you're a bitch
Bail mine.
doesn't mean shit. Because you're dealing with Omega bitch. The Omega and the Alpha bitch. Not like Alpha in a good way, just like the ultimate bitch.
Bail mine.
Okay, buddy. I kinda expected I would have a free, you know, open doors day at the antique store and I could just, you know, go in and walk and fetch myself a nice hit without getting hit in the face by a shield, but you know, apparently that's just not something that you do. I hate this. I'm so angry right now. I don't know if people can comprehend just how angry I am about this matter. And the matter being this fucking guy.
Bail
Hate
mine.
them. Yes. And I can't get the hit there. Are you fucking kidding me with that? Oh fuck! God, man, I just... One more try. This is... I hate that so fucking much. Because I can't hit him half the time, man. It's so frustrating. I don't know if I can put it to words, just how frustrating it is to, you know, try to fight something and then it's just like, oh yeah, it just flies too high, you can't hit it. You get close to it, oh yeah, it has two shields around it, so you can't hit it. You find a weakness in its defenses, oh yeah, it stops spinning the shields now, so you know, you miss time. Like, what the fuck, man? What are you, some kind of a lunatic? Why is this an Ford F-150 a commercial? It's a typo. And American Super Bowl is weird. The Super Bowl culture, to be specific. I don't understand the sports either, but that's just because I'm sports illiterate in sports, pretty much. The only thing I ever really played was, you know, soccer. Or I guess the European football. European football, and then, you know, so, actually, there really is no, you know. Why is the only term for American football, you know, either football or American football? Why is there a term for soccer, you know, but there's no, like, American soccer? Huh. I think I know the answer to that, but I just need to refresh my memory. Wow, that was so terrible. I need to kind of refresh my memory of how did that go again. So I think the term soccer actually was the original name for football. Or that is actually, that was not coined by Americans, funnily enough. God, I have so much worthless nitpick information that I'm not even certain if it's true or not. It's not that it's a bad thing, so to say. I just wish I was a bit more confident in what I'm saying. But I mean, I can't be confident in what I'm saying if I don't know if it's true or not. Because I'm not gonna start lying to people. Willingly, at least. Like, I can say that, like, oh yeah, I think that's the case, but, you know, actually admitting that I would know something is terrible. How? 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 Uwu. I guess I'm just sorry with the Uwu talk again. God, I'm so predictable. Okay, this is gonna sound weird considering how much I hated the boss fight, but I kinda miss Umu. It's just so fun to say. No Eyes is so boring. Fuck. In both fight and, you know, name. Yeah, I mean, they got no eyes, so they're called No Eyes. Cool. Whoa, what's your... Were your parents no brains? Sorry, that was uncalled for. I'm sure their parents had some level of brain power to actually name them No Eyes. As stupid of a name that is. If I were to look at the family tree of these, you know, Hollow Knight characters, I wonder how far would they go. Like, I know that the... Actually, I don't know. I actually don't know, because I'm not sure... I'm not sure exactly how far this... I don't know. I'm gonna assume there is no information. I mean, probably Team Cherry could, you know, give an answer to that. And maybe somebody has already asked the question. Maybe I should look at, you know, possible AMAs by Team Cherry on the Hollow Knight subreddit. I don't know if they've done any. There's a good chance that they have not. Okay. There we... Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do... What? Controller, please. Cease. I must gain control of my controller. As the name implies. You can't control the game without controlling. I mean, that's actually falls in the age of, you know, keyboard and mouse. But, alright, you're angry, I get it. Don't need to take it out on me, though. If you don't listen to a word I've been saying, hate breeds more hate. And if you breed hate with, you know, more hate, then, you know, it's just gonna... It's an endless loop, and nobody wins except hate. the end of the day, oh my god. End of the day, I'm a fucking moron. I don't remember why I started saying that. Oh wow, wow, you were really close to dying. Oh my god. Alright, fella. We can do this. We can do this. Tunda. I don't know if to say Hunda or Tunda or what, but you know, if it says Tundagan, you know. Fucking Christ, I don't know what I was thinking there. I fought this guy like 5 times today at least, and that was somehow the dumbest mistake I made thus far. Oh ho! Man, I'd be standing still and you missed me. And trying to think how does that one song about miss and you know missing something and like that go, but I'm not hip enough to remember that. Nor do I really care. Because there was a time in everyone's life where, you know, it was important to know every TikTok song. I think it was TikTok song specifically. I mean, never been to TikTok, so how could I know? Now, I don't mean to, you know, judge people that, you know, go on TikTok, by the way. Just because it's something that I don't personally ever want to do. Most things I already, like, it's the same thing with, like, Tumblr and, like, Instagram and like that. It's not that I have anything against the sites themselves. Like, it's all social media, like Reddit. I'm just scared that, you know, if I have another reason to spend more time online. You're very loud right now. You're also very aggressive, apparently. I don't know if I did something wrong, or you know, you're just, you know, excited for no apparent reason. I would like to ask for a little bit of a. Ow! I dodged the wrong way. I missed. Whoop! The fuck was up with that sound? It didn't sound normal to me one bit. Opaka! Man, I'm back to this again, aren't I? I had such a long talk today about, like, actually kind of serious things, and then I'm just 1.5 hours later, I'm just like, Baka! I don't know if this is the content people come here for or not. Or is this me talking about, you know, societal problems? I'm gonna assume it's not the societal problems. And honestly, hey, each on their own, I guess. Whoever likes whatever is fine by me. I'm not gonna judge somebody for, you know, liking. Like, as weird as it may be, if somebody actually likes me talking about politics or like that. At least something I should never talk about because I have no understanding of such topics. Slurp, 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 slurp. Especially because, like, when you start up with the topic of politics, I know that it's a very vast, vast topic. Like, what country politics? What kind of politics? What degree of politics? What Spike stands on, you know, talking cows. Not really much of a stand, it's more like a, that was a bad move. I knew that was a mad move. Mad cow disease. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking about, you know, beef right now. I don't know who I have such beef with, but you know, somebody for sure. I'm about to have it with this guy. Watch out for rocks. Watch out for falling rocks. Oh, the Metal Gear Solid, you know, remasters came out. They're like $20 for, you know, like 3 games or something like that, which sounds really good, but then you realize they're apparently very shitty PC ports from, like, you know, the original PlayStation 1 games. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't be interested. It's just if they're actually shitty PC ports, I might be inclined to not really care. Is a gift this is a B. Okay. I have proven myself wrong on that statement by making an error. We're all errors in the history of mankind. Some are bigger errors than others. Me, for example, am the biggestest. Okay. Sup, maggot? What you doing? Oh my god. No, don't do that. Please don't. I think last time being established the fact that the closer I am to him, the better my chances of actually, dealing damage to him are. The faster I will, win this fight. And the faster I get out of it. Naturally, if I get too greedy with him, I'm just gonna get punished by a shield. And the actually rather fast-moving projectiles in the second stage. Because they actually get really fast. Oh, no. Wow, almost got hit by that. Like a loser, always ready to cry.
Bill mine.
Man. I just can't let go of League, can I? Never. It's not like I want, like I've said many times, like, I love the story, I love the, the game itself is fine too at times. It just,
Bill mine.
it usually gets very tedious. But like, in all honesty, like, I don't really have a problem that no matter what I say, I can always think of some reference to the game. It's like music. Like, normally, if somebody says something, it's most likely I'm gonna have a song that is somehow referencing that word or like that. It's how I did with Control. Like, I literally had a reference to like, I had a song reference in every single one of my titles for the entire, was it 20 episodes of Control that I did?
Sorrow.
Yes. Bringer of Sorrow or something like that. That's a song as well. I'm not quite sure what song, what band though. Spell is a bit too fast for me.
Sorrow.
Oh man. Oh man. How close could I stick to him? That actually came up sounding a bit weirder than I expected. Oh, that hit me. That's fine. It's fine. I understand it. Yeah, it happens. We all get hit at times. Which, I mean, in a lot of contexts. Oh my god. In a lot of ways, actually, it's kind of true. Like, I hit my head all the time on things. Cabinets and like that. Very dangerous things. I mean, by no means the most dangerous things, but I'm just a bit of a klutz. I fucking... Hate this so much. Hate this so much. Hate this so much. Hate this so much.
Mine.
I'm gonna die again. God, I can't even make it through this guy again. Oh, you fuck! I can't hit him. I can't hit him. I can't go for it. You don't know how much I wanna stab the guy.
Mine.
Fucking fuck! Oh my god, it's so difficult to get to him. Oh my god. Like, I made couple errors and it just completely falls apart. It's not that difficult to fight, it's just literally a matter of getting the fucking window. But I can't, I don't understand the window yet. I could have made it to the fucking end twice and I just fucked up. I just so bad. Fucking Christ, man. I'm so angry at myself. I couldn't get any further today. But also, like, I had couple really good runs. So like, I'm learning. It's just that fight is just so frustrating. Cause literally, it's like, oh, you need to dodge. You go for attack. This shield starts spinning towards you, and they hit you. Like, it feels very unrewarding to fight that guy. I get that the best strategy would be to actually always use the scream whenever he uses the shield move, because that would actually hit him 5 times or maybe 6 times even, and he can't hit you immediately. Like, just play safe and But then it's a matter of farming the hits. You can't always get one after the shield move even because if the shields happen to be facing towards you, you can't actually get a hit in. Like, I played too aggressive there. I got too close and I got greedy and I died. But it's so fucking frustrating because, like, you can't, like, if you just get unlucky with the fucking spears or the nail spawns, I think that's what they are, like, they will fire one across the field and you can't dodge it. You literally cannot dodge it to a direction where you would avoid something else on the screen. Like, there's so much going on, and I am kind of developing a headache. I think I'll drink something. Oh my god. Just so fucking angry at myself. Like, I had good runs and I just completely fucked those up. But oh well. Anyways, so no stream for tomorrow. Probably no stream for Saturday either. Don't know for sure. Might not be. I don't know what I'm gonna do on Saturday though. If I am gonna stream, I don't know what I'm gonna do then. I would really like to beat this. I would really like to. I just really want to fucking win this. I had so many good runs, but I keep fucking, like, I just don't know what I'm doing against that one guy. Like, all the other fights I can, like, the Soul Tyrants, I don't know how I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I need to just somehow, because sometimes it works. Sometimes I can just dodge every attack. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm dodging so far that, the guy's not keeping up with me. I'm gonna get hit because of that. And then sometimes it's just, oh yeah, he just jumps directly on me and I just die. Like, what? But then, like, the fucking shield is so, like, I need to find, like, it takes so long to win that guy if faith doesn't favor me. It's actually frustrating fighting that. It's so frustrating fighting. Like, I don't know if I can put it to words just how frustrating of a fight that is. It's like, I hate No Eyes because of how slow it is. But I think there might be a, like, strategy to it that, you can actually juggle so well that you can get pretty consistent. Like, I've been pretty fast at killing them at times. But that fucking shield guy is like, oh yeah, you approach me, you get hit. You dodge, you get hit because there's another thing waiting for you. You try to hit me, no, it's denied because, what, the shield just decides to be facing you. Oh, I'm floating in there. You can't reach me. Like, nothing you can do about that. Like, it's like, there probably is something to it. You could probably, like, fucking Goomba stomp them to death. I need to try that next time. Like, maybe that is the thing. Like, maybe you can, if you're above them, you can just keep, bouncing off the shield, and you can bounce off you can just dodge the nails by jumping. maybe that's the way. But then you naturally need to avoid when he does the shield thing, the spinning shield thing, and you need to just avoid that, and that's fine. That's an easy thing, and then you just keep on bouncing on them. But that's just so fucking frustrating to have a fight like that where it's like, oh yeah, no matter what you really do, you might be fucked. It's the same thing with Zod. It's also Umu had the problem of just bugging out at times. Like, son of a bitch, man. I just like, I know it's my fault that I can't do it. It's me being bad and whatever. I'm terrible at the game or so and so. But like, I just don't like that fight. It's part of me being frustrated. I mean, yeah, but like, it's like, it just feels, that is just one of those fights where it's like, oh yeah, so you need to get lucky to have a window. And it's like, oh cool, yeah, I mean, how do I get lucky? Oh, you just be lucky. Like, or then it's just a matter of me just needing to figure out how to do it. But I just hate, God. I want to do this. I but I'm running. I just don't have the time. It's fine. I'm just gonna. I mean, it is a skill issue. There is a way. Like, I know there's a way. Like, every single one of these bosses, to my understanding, is something that you can beat by just being good enough. Like, you can consistently beat them. I'm just not. But I guess after, next in about 40 hours it's gonna take. They took me to win the, Pantheon 3. Maybe I'll be good enough to beat that guy, and then it's gonna take another 60 hours for me to beat the next guys. I mean, the Watchers are easy. I just hate RNG in this kind of boss fights. It's that level of RNG, especially where it's like, yeah, it's a simple fight, except when this happens. It's a skill issue. It is a skill issue, but it's just like, it's like I can get the pattern as long as the pattern stays, but then when you add an extra variable to it, it's like, oh, it's not going that well anymore, is it? Like, I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to be ranting. It's just I'm just not gonna be playing this for like a week or two now, or I don't know when. But like, Song of Nunu comes out on November 1st, and I want to play that. And for the Halloween time, I want to play something different. Like, I have so many things. Like, I want to do something special for Halloween, but I also want to play this. I want to play Darkest Dungeon 2. I just don't. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna. It's fine. I'm just gonna go. Thank you. Like, I had. I'll win this eventually. I just need to keep my composure up. I just need to be better. That's what it is. Thank you, everybody, and I'm gonna go deal with this headache some one way or the other. So until next time, whenever that be. I don't know when, and I don't know what. Well, I'm happy to hear that. But thank you, everyone. I'll carry on from here eventually. Bye, sis.